Hey there, you're listening to episode 2 of One Season I Hate About You, the podcast where we talk about Pup Academy and its relevance in the 21st century to human beings. And Harry Potter. Because, you know, it makes sense to make those connections. I'm here with my wonderful partner, Kevin.
Hi.
My partner in reviews, Charnstar.
Why, hello there.
And his lovely wife, Chanelle.
Hey, hey.
We like to think of ourselves as seasoned experts on a variety of things. I'm mildly expert on Harry Potter. I enjoyed it when I was a child. Charnstar and Chanelle own a dog, so they're experts on dogs. And Kevin's an expert on watching things that I force him to. And
Fetchball.
yes, fetchball. Those are his expert areas. So we're talking about episode 2 today of Pup Academy. Let's kick it right off with the blurb.
Yep.
Episode 2 is titled, Tell Us About Your Human Day. This is what happens. When the pups share stories about their owners, Spark struggles with her shortcomings.
Shortcomings.
But can she fake it to impress her professors and classmates? That's it. That's the whole blurb.
They really get right to the point in those blurbs.
They do. Anyway, we're going to discuss this episode in depth. We're going to discuss Spark, also known as Harry, and everything that goes on about this episode. We are going to be talking about it in detail. There will be spoilers. Go ahead, get on Netflix, watch episode 2 right now.
They'll be rushing right now.
They will be, because they do not want to know what happens. Oh, they do want to know what happens before we spoil it. So get on, watch episode 2.
Maybe have Harry Potter playing in the background, dual screen it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Watch one on your phone and watch one on the screen.
I'm pretty sure if you play them both at the same time, they actually lip sync each other. So you can mute one, you're like, oh man, mute the other, and then
It all makes sense.
And they say if you play Pup Academy backwards, it's
Harry Potter?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, makes sense. Once again, when we come back, our guest star, the Green God, will be giving you a quick recap, and then we will be diving into the intricate details of this episode. So, enjoy.
Talking about Pup Academy episode 2 season 1. So basically, the dogs are going back to school and then they're talking about their owners. And it's how cool, Corazon or something? Yeah, Corazon, the golden one. I forgot his name. Well, first recap, sorry. They're talking about how good how great their owners are. Corazon is my owner forced me to dress up and dance, and then the owner is a girl and is do the floss, and then it was the most weirdest thing I've ever seen. I'm just exaggerating. So and then what was the sheepdog name? I'll just call him Sheepdog. The sheepdog is competing with this other dog. That's also a sheepdog, but then sheepdog number 1 is afraid of sheep, last time. Again, the same. They just cut the same scene from episode 1. My chest squeaking, isn't it? So and then the other sheepdog's I'm so great, I'm big, and I'm tough, and then went up to the sheep and then bark, 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 woof, woof, get away. And then Spark is I don't have a human, so what should I say to them? And then Corazon's come on, Spark, tell me your owner. And it's oh, I don't want to tell you. At least it's not tell about your human day. And then literally the corgi comes in, it's cool, tell you about your human day, everybody. And it's the most predictable thing ever, because that's literally the title of the episode. Tell me about your human or something. In the class, I was cause they were talking about the humans before, and then Spock gets called by, like, Spock, you go in next. And it's like, she's basically describing the animal control because she's saying, this is the person I know best. Is like, she's telling about, he's green, he has these cool tech gadgets, and he wears this green uniform, basically. So they're like, cool, is he a superhero? Dude, it's like animal control because they have these nets and stuff, and yeah. And it's like, let's go meet your human. And then so basically they go teleport back to them, except for Sheepdog number 1 and Corazon. They meet up with her. And it's like, what the heck? When did you guys get here? So they're just walking around in the place waiting for the animal control to get them. And then the animal control comes, and then they catch her too. And then she goes to these like other stray dogs and like, you gotta help me rescue my friends because I don't want them to end up like my parents did. And so they go but then the stray dog's like, you owe me something. You owe me you have to call me when you're in danger or something like that. I didn't really. So they basically help them, and so like they use this bait, as in like one of their stray dogs, like this poor dog, and then they're like, let's go get them. The animal control says to go get the dog, but then there's another dog that's a big dog, and they're like rabbit like whatever. Like when the dogs are fighting the humans and try to get in the dumpster because the humans jumped in the dumpster. So like They jumped in the dumpster. I was like, that's dumb. So when they're there, the dog, one of the other stray dogs just rescues them. It's like, hooray, let's get out of here. Run, run, run. And then they explain, I don't have an owner. This is my house. I was like, that's okay. Your secrets, Corazon says, your secrets with us. And then they'll happy then.
Thank you to the Green God for that amazing recap.
Very happy recap.
Yeah, very happy recap.
H happy.
Yes, yes, H happy, as Pom Pom would say. So in this episode, let's talk about Harry Potter first. So yeah, we have Ron and Hermione at school talking about how amazing their owners are.
Which was a big thing in Harry Potter back when Ron and Hermione would be like, hey, Harry, our parents are great. You have such great parents.
Oh, wait.
Yeah. So then they, of course, ask Harry, hey, who are your humans, Harry? And Spark. And Spark's basically like, I don't want to talk about it. Don't talk to me about it. I don't have to talk about it. That's my right. It's my right to keep this to myself. And then, yeah, just like the Green God said, McGonagall comes in and said, hey, everyone, we're talking about our humans today. And Harry is reluctant.
Well, he was panicked.
Yes. Cut to the classroom for talk about your human day. I suppose it's kind of like show and tell.
Yeah, but without the show.
Yeah, it's just get up and tell. So a few dogs are telling, and then Snape comes in randomly and is like...
Yeah, what was Snape doing in that classroom? Snape just walks in and is like, hey guys.
It seems like poor etiquette to do that.
Well, Snape was a dick in
That's
the
true.
movies. Yeah, he would usually just pop out. Yeah, well, not pop out, but...
He didn't usually, like, interfere in other people's classes, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Anyway, he walks into this class
These
that
are
he's
dogs.
not running, and Snape's like, hey, Harry, why don't you tell us about your humans?
Oh, wait!
Yeah, because obviously the teachers know that Spark is a stray.
I like that McGonagall didn't stop him. They were like, yeah, go on. Go on, Harry. Tell us all about your parents.
Tell us about your trauma.
Parents. Like, she gets angry at Snape afterwards. She's like, why'd you put him on the spot? But she didn't do anything to stop it.
No, exactly.
She was like, yeah, nah, go ahead.
Yeah, it's quite sad to watch. So Harry gets up, and Harry feels like a bit of an outcast, and basically describes animal control, because these are the humans that she knows best. Anyway, and everyone in the classroom thinks animal control sound really cool.
Because we have to reiterate, dogs are dumb.
Especially Ron Dog.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Ron Dog was like, they're superheroes. Whoa.
Disney's just like sprinkling in. Yeah, we own the MCU too, by the way.
So Ron Dog and Hermione Dog, after school, decide to be rebels, and basically they don't go home. They...
Hold up, just hit pause there. So going back to Ron and Hermione's owners.
Yes.
So Ron, Corazon, Ron,
Yes.
he's being exploited, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
For
But-
TikTok.
He loves it.
Yeah, he doesn't know what he's doing.
Also, the fact that she thought that her dog could do so many sick dance moves, even though it's a quadruped, is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So she seems to be like streaming her dog's dance moves to the school website.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
That's weird.
It is.
That's
But maybe it's
ethically wrong.
because Airbud Entertainment didn't want to promote
YouTube?
any existing social media. But usually when
They just make your own, wouldn't you?
yeah, usually they call it some knockoff word like
Budtube.
yeah,
Oh,
or like
done.
or face dog or something.
Airbud Entertainment, call me.
Yeah.
And then the other one, the sheepdog number 1, Wiz.
Hermione.
There was an Australian dog.
There was an Australian dog.
Yeah.
Why was it an Australian dog?
That is one of my questions. Why
is-
was it an Australian dog?
Because it's sheepdog.
Does anyone have an answer, or is this just a rhetorical question that we will ask each other?
I mean, as Australians, I feel like sheepdogs are very Australian, but that's because I don't know other cultures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. They have sheepdogs. Like,
Maybe it's just because everyone associates sheepdog with babe.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Bahramu.
Yes. Bahramu.
There you go. Yeah, I just wanted to touch base on that.
Oh, yeah, makes sense. So anyway, Hermione and Ron, they decide, let's be rebels. Let's not go home to our humans. Let's meet Spark's human, because his human sounds amazing. They find Spark. Spark is embarrassed about being homeless. Not having a human. So Spark just kind of walks them in circles for a period of time.
Which, sorry, it's been established on the first episode that the school ends at a time so they can get back home so the humans don't find them missing.
Yeah.
And rightly so, Harry's like, hey, why aren't you guys home with your humans? And they both just say, yeah, nah, not today. They don't give a reason. They're just like, yeah, nah.
Yeah, day
Yeah,
off.
it'll be fine. No consequences for us. Yeah. Eventually, animal control catches up with them. And yeah, Spark, Harry, has to make a paw pact with King, a German shepherd, stray, who is the head of the Lost Boys.
So what they call
They're called the Lost Boys, to rescue his friends. So it's just general Harry, Ron, and Hermione hijinks.
Harry never did make a deal with Voldemort to save Ron and Hermione.
This is an important question. Who
Is
is yes? Who is Voldemort? Is Voldemort animal control, or is Voldemort King the German Shepherd and leader of the Lost Boys? Because I'm not
Look,
sure.
I think the Voldemort connection with King and Spark is that, you know how like Voldemort needs Harry type of thing. I think that's what they're kind of trying to play on with this one. It's like, you know, and Voldemort's like, you know, Harry, you need me to type of thing.
So does that mean animal control are the Dursleys?
Oh, because yeah, it was this Chanelle. You've got the note there where you start by mentioning Voldemort as the dog, and then it slowly changes halfway through the episode. Yeah, I didn't think of the Dursleys because animal control. Although in this episode they present a real threat, until that point they're just kind of doofy.
Yeah.
They're escapable.
Yeah, easily escapable. Whereas in this episode, they're like, oh, wait, they actually got the two best friends. And that was high stakes. I freaked out at that point.
Absolutely. So, yeah, the Dursleys must be.
Yeah. Whereas I think King is definitely Voldemort because he used to go to the school, which was like the post-credit scene to the last episode. We didn't mention it. He sings the school song, which is just Hark Let the Angels Sing, right? The Christmas Carol?
Yeah, it sounded like it.
Wonderful.
And he was like mocking it type of thing.
Yeah.
Like he's that drop kick type of. It's like, oh, you know, I used to be there. I know the DOG.
Yeah. He's a bit scary.
But I love it how there's a section, like an area, just for stray dogs. It's like their commune.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the Death Eaters have to live somewhere.
It's just like a convenient spot.
But animal control can't ever find them there.
Yeah, apparently. Like, there's like stacks of like boxes that they live in. It's like a little apartment block full of stray dogs. The animal control people I don't know how they got their jobs.
My last Harry Potter question for this episode, because I've been thinking about it a lot.
Clearly.
You know, Snape in Harry Potter, spoiler alert for Harry Potter. Stop listening now if you haven't seen Harry Potter.
Oh my god.
You know, seems like a bad guy for a long time. Turns out to be kind of a good guy in a weird kind of way.
Yeah.
I'm sure Alan Rickman was really upset about that. But basically, it turns out that, you know, Snape had a crush on Harry's mum. So is this going to be unveiled? Did Snape in Pup Academy once upon a time have a crush on Spark's mum? What do we think? Is this going to be revealed in the future, or are they just going to be kept two separate worlds?
I reckon Snape is Spark's dad, but he didn't know. And that's why he's always mean to Spark, because he doesn't know that that's his daughter.
Mixed breed.
Yeah, except
And
she
Snape
looks
only
exactly like a
likes
boxer.
dogs of pedigree.
I think
Conflict.
I think that's definitely an MA15 topic there.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. We'll see in future episodes. There's many more to go.
We've gone through all of this. What's happening with the kid at this point? I'm looking at
yeah,
Chanel's
Morgan.
notes and I can't tell.
Yeah, I forgot about Morgan.
Well, in the first episode, he basically discovered who his grandpa was and what his grandpa did for a living.
Look,
In this episode, I don't remember the subplot being important.
Nah.
I feel like episode, he's there. He's in
I
the
have a
background.
question about that whole thing. It's like, you know, you're part of the descendants of the
Of the
the OG boy, right? And then like you have all these dreams of becoming like, oh, I want to be a fireman. Oh, I want to be a doctor. It's like, no, stop. You're going to be a caretaker of a bloody Pup Academy. Pause your dreams. No pun intended.
I'm pretty sure the first joke in this episode related to Morgan was the pooper scooper,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which just
Yeah.
shows how crap his job is, literally.
Yeah. It's just like,
But the fate of man's best friend relies upon him scooping poop.
can you imagine being the second person in line? It's like saying, hey, I started this school for dogs.
Who
Right.
funds this place?
Yeah, like it's a private school.
I'm pretty sure the Stars fund it.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, because you
Fair,
know
fair.
Stardust is very expensive.
Expensive.
Makes sense.
Moon rocks.
I have also noticed that whenever there is a long shot of the dining hall, the bowls are always full.
It's because there's a bunch of house elves living underneath the school.
That makes so much sense. Are the house elves like cats? I don't know. What are they?
Mouse.
I don't want to spoil anything for the future, but I have looked at future episodes.
Yeah, so did I.
And one of the names suggests something cat related.
Well, we will get to that.
But yeah, like I don't know about the Morgan thing. Like it's just like it's such a sad story. It's just like you'll be cleaning up dog shit for the
I
rest of
also
your
think
life.
it's sad that we haven't established this yet, but in order to get to Pup Academy, Morgan has to travel through toilets. That happens.
Have they mentioned this in this episode where it's like he's on a part-time school timetable so he can work in a Pup Academy and the principal knows about it?
Well, no, it's just work experience with your granddad.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just like, and he's 12 or something. He's young.
Yeah, he is young. He is quite young.
Child labor is cheap. It makes sense. Invest now.
Keeping it in the family.
That's why these dogs can afford running this private school.
Yeah.
Or is it a public school?
Oh, god damn.
Oh, my hat. All right, moving on. Let's talk about the moral messaging in this episode. Now, I do think, obviously, we talked about hydration in the first episode. I found a few morals in this episode. First of all, first moral, Professor McGonagall pulls Harry aside and says the line, "We're going to have to tell your truth sometime." I think this is an important message for young people to receive. You know, tell your truth. Be yourself. What do you think?
Yeah, you homeless dog.
I think the lesson, you know, we all probably got something out of this episode. The lesson I really learned from this episode was, you know, if you have a child who's homeless and you know he's homeless, screw him, you know, just point it out as much as possible. Hold a whole day that just shames the homeless child. I think that's really important.
Yeah.
Chanelle, you got anything?
Well, I'm just upset about so at the end of the episode, Morgan uses a fire extinguisher to put out candles on a cake.
Because
Yes.
he learns how to use a fire extinguisher.
Yeah, he learns that throughout the episode, but I'm just upset about the inedible cake.
Yeah.
Like, you can't eat that cake anymore. So the moral of the
Yes.
story was, like, don't use a fire extinguisher to extinguish candle flames.
Actually, that brings me to the second moral of the episode, which is at Pup Academy, we celebrate mistakes because we learn from them. So what did
deep.
he learn? He learnt not to fire off a fire extinguisher at cake.
I don't think he learnt that, though, because his lesson was how to use a fire extinguisher. So he decided, use it for everything. Morgan's an idiot.
Yeah.
Well, its mode of transport is a toilet.
Yeah.
True.
Finally, final point. In order to get her friends back, Spark, also known as Harry, made a deal with King
With the
Voldemort.
devil.
A paw pact. And basically, from what I gather, a paw pact is basically a favour that can be called in at any time. So, any guesses what this paw pact is going to
Look,
be called in
I think
for?
King's gonna be like the Snape of the series. Like, they're just like switching all the characters around. He's gonna save
Oh.
the school somehow, like sacrifice himself.
Wait, are you saying that the prophecy isn't about Harry at all?
It's not about Spark, it's about King.
Oh, dang.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Also, that being said, I finally understand the amount of times they say you've been wrong before about a stray. I think they're talking about King. I didn't realize until just now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so too, because he seems pretty salty about being out of there.
Yeah.
Well, just to add context, Snape is really, really mad about them accepting another stray into the school because previously something went wrong with another stray.
The
So-
white dog, not King.
Yeah.
We're really
Yeah.
like mixing up all the dogs.
the
here.
Voldemort Snape rather than...
Yeah.
Sorry, the Snape
The German
rather
Shepherd.
than the Voldemort Snape.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Voldemort is king, I think.
I reckon that's a really great idea, but I don't think that's what's going to happen
Yeah,
because
no.
it's made by the Airbud people.
And you never know.
Yeah, you never
You
know.
never know. Like, this might be their best creation yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, could
You know,
be.
plot twist, boom.
Well, that's it for this episode. Oh, wait, final thoughts. What, still keen to keep watching?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, you know, just to prove our theory.
Yeah,
yes.
honestly, the more we talk about it, the more hopeful I'm for the
Yeah.
future.
Yeah,
I'm like, this could be like subvertively really good, but it could also not.
We will have to wait and see. All right, well, that's it for this episode. You can catch us in a fortnight's time where we're going to look at episode 3 in a fortnight's time. It's going to be great. We'll talk about all the Harry Potter related things and all the moral messaging in Pup Academy. You can check this show out on, not our show. Our show's not on Netflix. Pup Academy is on Netflix. Our show is on all your favourite podcasting platforms. You can also head to our website, www.inconceivablereviews.com. We release regular reviews on new releases there. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, where we're Inconceivable Reviews or Inconceivable Reviews Official. Thanks for listening. Catch you next time.
Oof.